Okay, are you ready to hear my story?
Yeah.
This is a true story. So to this very day, Temple of Doom is without a doubt my favorite Indiana Jones movie. And that is a cause of a lot of dissent amongst my film fans. A lot of people say it's like The Last Crusade with Sean Connery, or they think that it's like most people say it's Raiders, right? That's fine. But The Temple of Doom is my favorite movie,
Okay.
and probably not yours. And I'll tell you why it's my favorite. Okay.
Okay.
So it's in 1992, and I'm 8 years old. And I'm on a road trip to my aunt's house for Christmas, and my family and I stop at McDonald's. And I don't know if you remember this, but McDonald's was having their latest promotional tie-in, Happy Meal giveaway. So it was like, if you purchase a Happy Meal for a couple dollars, you could also get like a VHS copy of an Indiana Jones movie.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, so you could. And I was there with my dad, and I was in line, and I saw the promotion, and I was like, Dad, please, can we get the movie with our meal? And he said yes, but the rules for the meal were like with every meal, one movie. And I couldn't get 3 meals, so I get up to the counter, and I was like, I'd like the Happy Meal with the Indiana Jones movies. And the McDonald's lady was all, which Indiana Jones movie do you want? And I hadn't seen any of them. Because, like, you got to remember, like, in 1992 is different from, like, having all these movies at disposal. You'd, like, have a collection of a couple of VHS movies, right? That you would just watch over and over again and over again. And so I had, like, Roger Rabbit and Pinocchio, and I had E.T. And those are, like, the ones I'd watch all over again.
Right.
So I hadn't seen any of the Indiana Jones movies. And I had a few short seconds to pick the movie I was going to go with. So I read the titles really quickly, and one of them was Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I probably couldn't even read most of the words there, and that's fine. But then the other one was The Last Crusade, and probably I couldn't read that. Well, one of them was Temple of Doom, and I was like, that sounds like a fucking kick-ass movie, because it's like Temple of Doom,
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's a whole Temple of Doom, and so that like really catered to me, and I was like, wow, okay. So I got it, and I went home, and I put it in. I was really happy with my choice, and I was a little bit worried about what if I made a mistake, but I watched the movie, and it's fucking awesome, okay? The movie starts with a musical number that explodes into a massive shootout. Indiana Jones and this giant spinning wheel thing ducks behind bullets, and he goes flying, and there's this like small Asian kid, and I didn't know who that was, but it was a kid, and I was like, hey, that's like kind of, I relate to that. And he's funny, and so they get on this plane, and the plane flies, and it crashes. I don't know if you remember. It crashes like into a mountain, and they jump out of the plane by using an inflatable raft, and the raft goes off the side of a mountain, and they land into some small village, and then the guy says you have to go on a mission. So they go on this mission to find this guy, and they go to this temple, and that's the Temple of Doom.
Right.
And there's like this evil priest, kind of Persian looking, and he rips. Oh, before that, they go to like this whole like meal thing. They eat like weird things, and it's probably kind of culturally insensitive, but they eat scorpions and monkey brains.
Okay.
And someone brings out a giant fucking snake, and they cut open the snake, and a bunch of baby snakes come out, and like people just eat it by the fistful. It's pretty, but it's awesome because I was 8.
Yeah.
And then they get to like this evil Persian-looking priest guy, and he like does a chant, and he rips out a guy's still beating heart. Do you remember this? So he rips out his heart while it's still beating, and the guy doesn't die even with his heart ripped out, and then they throw him into lava. So Indiana Jones goes to stop it all from happening, and they force him to drink some poison blood that turns him into a bad guy. So Indiana Jones is a bad guy for a bit.
Okay.
And then like Short Round, the Asian kid, he like snaps him out of it. But then they have to like run, and it all kind of ends with them going through a mine in like these little carts on the tracks and end up on a bridge, and Indiana Jones cuts the bridge, and everybody falls off the bridge, and the bad guy, the Persian priest looking dude, falls and gets eaten by crocodiles, and that's the whole movie. I was like, holy shit. This is awesome. This was like the coolest thing. I was 8 years old. The only other movies I'd seen before that was Pinocchio.
Okay.
So I wore the tape down on that movie, and I watched it every single day. And it was until years later that I saw The Last Crusade for the first time. And it was good. It was fine. Nobody rips anyone's heart out. But the invisible bridge thing is cool in The Last Crusade. And then like Raiders of the Lost Ark is fine too. But Temple of Doom stuck with me. And that feeling of like excitement in a movie kind of forever remained in my memory. And that's why Temple of Doom is my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
All right.
Sorry.